Hello, so this is going to be our morning reading. I see ants, and I'm going to be reading this book also in Spanish because I have it in Spanish. So it says I See Ants by Genevieve Nilsen. So let's see what it's all about. I see ants. I see ants. They are small. And then you have a little kid with a magnifying looking at the ants because that's how tiny these insects are. Now you need to see them with a magnifying glass to see them up close. I see ants. They walk in a line. And remember yesterday we talked about how the ants walk in a line when they are going to look for food. So they're always going to be in a little line. And I think it also said that in the read aloud that I did yesterday. So they walk in a line. And what color are these ants? That's right, these are black ants. I see ants. They eat. Look at how tiny these ants are, because that is an apple that somebody bit. And look at all those ants already on the apple. So they're super tiny. I see ants. They drink. So there you have it, says water, and they're drinking water. Okay, and the ants are right there. These ants, they look like a little brown. They're brown ants, right? You can see their head, the thorax, and the abdomen. You can see the legs. You can see the antennas. And they're drinking water. I see ants. They lift. So lift means that they're carrying it, right? And you can see the two ants, they're carrying these leaves back to their home. I see ants. They climb. So look at these ants. So what is one thing that we notice about these insects? Because they don't have something, but they're still insects. That's correct. So these ants don't have wings, right? So they don't fly. They're not flying, but they're using their legs to crawl, to climb to places, and so that way they can get food. I see ants. They work together. Ooh, look at all these ants. These are red ants. Not red ants, brown ants. So these ants are working together by making a little bridge of themselves so that way they can cross over to where they need to go, right? So they're crossing from leaf to leaf so that way they can find more food. And they're working together because that's what they have to do in order for them to survive. And that is the end of the book. This is a short and simple book. It's just so that way we can have our sight words and we know. And then we just have our words to know, which are climb, right? Drink, eat, lift, walk, and work. Okay, so those are our words for this book. And that was our short little book. And I'll be reading the same book, but in Spanish. Okay, so stay tuned for that. Alrighty, we'll see you in the next couple of videos.